If you're looking for some inspiration and want to play a game made in RPG Maker that is a testament to what you can do as a solo dev, then look no further than Shadow Fate. Developed by solo dev Hunting Swan. He's been streaming his game production on Twitch going back 5 years now, and he's been producing the game by himself for 6 years. The link to his game will be down in the description. Now before I do all the talky stuff, let's have another quick look at the game. Now, Shadow Fate was developed on RPG Maker VX Ace, and for the sake of transparency, I have been given a free copy of the video game. Not really for the purpose of this video, just because I've been watching Hunting Swan develop his game for a few years now, and I've been donating him some pizza money every now and then. But even if I wasn't given a free copy of this game, I would still be covering it on my channel because I've been following him for a few years now. And I am an absolute sucker for people who commit to following their dream come hell or high water, and they make their dream a reality. Do it! And that's what Hunting Swan has done with Shadow Fate. He's worked extremely hard to make this game a reality, so I'm really happy for him, just as I'm really happy to share his work with my viewers. Now, to tell you about the story, I'm just going to do a quick sensationalist read of his Steam page description.
In the city of Atro, a clandestine organization dedicated to vengeance has recruited a supernatural being known as a Shadow Spawn. Unburdened by a human soul and composed of pure darkness, his incredible powers make him an unparalleled killer. When the immortal leader of the Vengeance Guild reawakens, she sends the Shadow Spawn on a mission that will forever change his destiny, and that of the world too. The story of Shadow Fate will take you from an urban metropolis to snowy tundras and deserts and many locales in between. It will take shocking and dramatic turns as an epic conflict unfolds. Alongside the grand main story, the characters you meet and team up with along the way will become a dysfunctional family, providing smaller and more intimate moments in the plot. Side quests will further expand on the mythology and backstory of the game.
Now, this game is absolutely packed with value. I got the Steam key on Monday, and I'm recording this on a Friday. I've finished the game, but that's because I've packed over 50 hours into my playthrough, playing non-stop since Monday till I finished the game in the AM this morning. And to answer your question, no, I don't have a life. I actually had to force myself to stop playing this game and do some work because my days consisted of wake up, go to gym, come home, play this game until bedtime, and then repeat the cycle the next day. Even though playing this game is still technically work, I had to force myself to stop and do some other work. This game explores themes such as identity, vengeance, love, and the emotional harm that lying can cause. The main cast of 7 unique characters are all explored through their motivations, weaknesses, and their biases. There is not one member of the main cast that is ignored. And playing a lot of RPG Maker games, I do see it all the time. You'll have 12 characters, but only 3 of them get screen time. But in Shadow Fate, the developer has taken time to really think about and craft each character and explore the themes that he was wanting to explore. Even the villains are well fleshed out. The next thing this game does well is the side quests. They're done right. It's not mandatory, it's not filler, but if the player explores the world a bit, the side quests are there. An early side quest is helping a family decide what movie they want to see because apparently they hopped in the car, went to the movie theater and were like, yo, what are we watching? There are these Riddle Masters that you can find scattered around the world that test you with riddles that I definitely didn't Google the answers to. I don't want to say too much on the side quests because when you buy this game and play it for yourself, I want you to experience them firsthand. But this game really rewards exploration, and I'm going to touch on that a bit more. But for those of you who don't skip my ads, we'll be back in a moment. One of the features in this game is that the characters in your party have abilities that can be used on the map to reach normally unreachable locations. For example, there's this guy that can face check boxes to clear a path for you. Another guy can shoot monsters and turn them into treasure chests. The main guy can shadow step through a few walls to reach normally unreachable locations. There are more, but as I said, I want you to experience this for yourself. Now, you have an active party size of 3 characters, so that means for some areas you're motivated to actually go back through them once you've completed them with different party members, so you can use their abilities to unlock different areas. This small addition to the game makes it really enjoyable to revisit areas that you've gone to before, and dungeons after you've finished them. Now, I'll talk about the battles, but real quickly, I just wanted to point out that all of the enemies are actually on the screen. So there's no random encounters, none of this walking around and then BAM! A fucking annoyance appears. You can choose when to take the battles that you want to take. Now, when it comes to the battles, each of the characters have their own unique skill set, as well as magic, which you can learn by equipping different weapons, armor, and items. I'm a bit weird when it comes to stuff like that, so I spent the time to make sure that every character knew every magic spell in the game. Even though some characters aren't built for magic, they don't have the stats for it, so you'd have one person cast a fire spell, and it'd do 200 damage, while the person who's actually built for the fire spell would do like 2000 damage. Yeah, probably shouldn't do that. In terms of the characters' abilities, you've got their standard abilities, then their X abilities. Your characters have an X meter which recharges differently depending on the character. 1 meter might recharge for one character if they get hit, another character might recharge if they do healing. For all intents and purposes, the X meter is like a limit break meter. And you can use your X meter as like a limit break to do a super powerful spell, or skill, and that'll either do a lot of damage, or if it's a support skill, it'll do a lot of support. Or you can expend different sections of your X meter to power up your normal skills. For example, if you have a shadow spell that does damage to one enemy, you can power that spell up with your X meter, and it will do that damage to all enemies. The battle system is very intricately designed around this X meter system, and if you come to understand the X meter, you'll be a god at the game. As for the audio in the game, you've been hearing some of the music in the background of this video as we've been going along. The game's been playing on screen behind me, hopefully, for a portion of this video, so you should be able to see what the sort of maps in this game look like. They're very detailed maps, and they've come out really well. As I said at the start of the video, Hunting Swan's been working on this game for 6 years, and now it's finally out. So it's just a true testament to what a solo dev can do.
Oh, 5+ years of RPG Maker dev? Oh, not really. Good feeling. I feel scared about it. I feel scared. It's gonna come out tomorrow. It's really terrifying. I have to tell you that it's really terrifying. I do feel ready. I do. With like all you guys, you've helped me so much with the testing.
Please make sure to scroll down and like the video. The link to Hunting Swan's game Shadow Fate will be in the description of this video. Give it a play, support a fellow game dev, and really just enjoy it. This game's a banger. Catch.